Oh, but is it? Is it? Is it? Are we making a podcast? Take 17.
Action.
Action. So what episode are we up to now?
Episode 4.
Episode 4, that's crazy.
I know. Look at us go.
God, I know. I feel like all we're doing is recording though, just so that we can get sort of ahead that little bit.
Yeah. I'd rather do that than be behind and stressed about recording.
Oh, absolutely. And obviously we need to keep popping up as much as we can on these socials so that we look nice and active. So it's good to have that little bit of a content bank. It's probably been a lot more time consuming than what initially I thought.
Same.
But I'm not angry about it. I do love it.
I think it's also
love a good chin wag.
because we're just setting up. So we've got to, film as much as we can, get ahead as much as we can, and then
absolutely,
get episodes edited, get shorts edited. I think once we're a few months in, it'll be a lot more chill. Let's hope.
Yeah, well, if we lived closer, I think that would probably make it a bit easier as well, 100%. But having said that, for technology and the ability to be able to Google Meet and yap away for an hour.
And also, we've been saying it for years, how we want to do some sort of collaboration together, but we live states away. Like I'm the bottom of Australia, you're like nearly at the top. You're like mid-Australia.
I'm mid. I'm like nowhere near the top.
You're mid.
God.
Yeah, and then I think that we've found we've always wanted to do some sort of thing business related. Yeah, I'm glad we've found this. Great idea.
I think the closest we've got so far was COVID times when I flew you up and we shot that wedding together.
That was the first time we met in person.
I know.
Oh, and we got matching tattoos.
We did.
We got the matching tattoos on our first time meeting.
Oh, mine's not focusing.
How is yours? Because mine is bled.
Mine's fine.
Yeah, he did really good on yours and really shit on mine, remember?
Because I'm fat and you're not. So yours is on the bone. Mine's
but he
not.
It's so close together, the bottom and the top touch.
Oh, yeah. Again, because I'm fat, I have more width.
Yes. I'm fat.
I'm fat.
Yeah, no, what a mem. That was a good experience. What did I do? You flew me out.
That wedding. I'm just flashing back to that wedding where they actually used birdseed as their confetti.
Oh my God, yes. I remember. It was hard.
The groom's smiling and then all of a sudden he's realised the birdseed pumped in the face a few times.
In theory, great idea.
I get it, being sort of eco-friendly.
And also then all the birds could come to their family's property because it was a beautiful location.
It was a gorgeous location. Do you know what though? Their whole house flooded not too long ago.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm going to give Matt Barney a shout out. So do you remember Matt who we met?
Yeah.
Super, super good friend of mine. We have stayed in touch and we've covered weddings for each other now as well. So love Matty. But yeah, he's really good friends with them.
Yeah.
He was saying a little while back that their whole house flooded.
That's so sad.
Get in a boat and get out.
It was right. The house was on a hill, remember? And it went down.
Yeah.
It was stunning though. That's really sad.
It was beautiful. I wonder if they actually ever eventuated opening that up because they were talking about turning it into a wedding venue.
That would have been a great idea because they had that bungalow kind of area.
Yeah.
Where they got ready and stuff.
Room. Yeah. Yeah, well, that was their house. That's what flooded.
That's right.
Yeah, that was their house.
And their parents were up on the hill. Yeah.
Up on the hill, safe. And then, they...
well, that's okay then.
They went under.
I thought it was the parents' house. Not that it's okay, but it'd be more cost-friendly to replace the smaller house than the bigger house.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they were sitting pretty. They were fine up on the hill, but they're all good now though. I think that was a while ago.
That was a good wedding. And what did you do? You flew me on the night before, picked me up from the airport.
Oh my God. I had no sleep that night. Yeah.
We slept in the same bed and you had to sleep with the freaking TV on.
Did you sleep with the TV on?
No.
Oh my God.
I slept with a fan on. I think you had a fan and a TV going.
I probably had the fan, the aircon and the TV to do
that. And I was like, there is so much noise.
The whole time I was worried about Paul in the other room snoring because I was worried that he was going to fucking snore the whole night.
Oh my God.
You were awake.
Yeah. And then what did we do? We got some sleep. How far away was the wedding?
A little bit of sleep. It was back down. It was about an hour away because I flew you in from Victoria to the Gold Coast. So I drove an hour, picked you up, drove back, maybe a little bit over an hour, picked you up. And we got some sleep. And then I think we got the tattoos that morning, super early before we left.
Was it? Maybe it was. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, and then we booked it back down to the coast for the wedding.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Did something happen when we were leaving the wedding fuel-wise, or am I making that up?
No, at the time, I think I had a Ford Territory, and she was a thirsty bitch.
Yeah,
So
it was we were
the
running out
girl
of fuel, weren't
gauged
we? And we were, like, stressing. There was
was no
no
service and no
service.
servo stations. Yeah, so I think we managed to find one, and then we ended up stopping for dinner too, actually. I think it was like a bit of a
Yeah.
pub, so it had like a pub and everything there, so we filled up, thank God. I was like, "Oh my God, I've just flown you up from Victoria and I'm gonna be, like, stuck on the side of the road with you." So I was, like, worried about you missing your flight. I was like, "God, we have
Yes,
to,
that
like,
was
walk and
stressful.
go and get fuel," but we made it.
What a mem.
We
That was a
made it.
great wedding.
Mhm. That was a great wedding. You should fly up here more often.
Oh, yeah, because that was not stressful at all. I remember I got to the
Drive
airport and I had, like, my bag and I had my cameras and stuff because I don't really fly. I think that was my second
that was your
time.
second time flying.
Second time flying, and then I got there and they were like, "Your bag's, like, too heavy, like, you're over the limit." And I was like, "What?" I'm like, "I've got my cameras, like, got my clothes." Dylan was there, and I had to just take stuff out of my bag and then just take,
Mm,
I don't know, like, one change of clothes and then put the rest of the stuff
that's
back
why
in,
you
and then I was
smelled.
fine
No,
to go. Hey,
that's why you smelled. No, I'm joking.
bitch.
That was fun. But having said that, logistically, it was a bit of a pain in the ass because you had to drive, like, 4 hours or something, didn't you, to get
I had to drive 3 hours,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
this is I don't know why we were so poor at this time, but when Dylan picked me up COVID, oh,
COVID.
yeah, that's why we were poor, and Dylan picked
Yeah.
me up from the
Yeah, flight for,
airport.
like, $30.
When Dylan picked me up from the airport to take me home, obviously, he picked me up, and we were, like, so hungry, and we just I don't know why, but we had no money, and we were, like, looking in the car for, like, $2 coins to go to Macca's.
Scrounging.
And I think we got, like, I don't know,
The loose
$4 and we
change
got a
meal.
burger. Like, I don't know why we were so poor. That's embarrassing.
COVID.
COVID, I'll blame it on
100%
COVID.
COVID.
But yeah, I remember that, and
100% COVID.
I was thinking about it the other day, and I thought, "Why the hell did we not have $4 to our name? Why were we finding coins in the car to get a burger from Macca's?" Times were tough.
Well, I think we'd moved that wedding. That wedding had been moved, I think, once before because of COVID and everything shifting and shuffling, so
Yeah,
oh my God, I can't believe that was 5 years ago,
thank God.
that shit show.
Anyway, we're
Not the
not talking
wedding,
about COVID.
COVID.
Gives me PTSD.
Yes,
Trying to
100%,
find
100%.
$4 in the car.
But, "Sir, can I have some more?"
Please. I think we even got free
Please.
waters. Like, that's how bad it was. I'm not even joking.
Just water. Is the
Dylan
water
can back
free?
me
Yes,
up
the
on
water's
this.
free. Oh, wow. Hey, memories.
Mem.
You survived.
Yeah.
Survived and thrived.
Yeah. That's right.
Mm.
Now I can appreciate having 4 or more dollars.
Oh, did you share the burger?
I think we, like, were able to get one each. Like, I think we got it
Oh,
off the
okay.
loose
So you got
change
it
menu. It might have been, like, a chicken and cheese or something.
oh, this thing slapped.
They do slap.
Chicken and cheese.
Yeah.
Which actually, do you know what? I went through Macca's the other day and I love the chicken and the little chicken McMuffin meals. That's what I get normally on the way to a wedding for like breakfast. But I get extra sauce and extra cheese. But I came through Macca's the other day on the way to a wedding and it was after breakfast. And I was like, oh, I wonder if I just put cheese on a McChicken burger. Oh my God.
Good.
Next best thing.
Good.
Yeah. Oh my God. It was so good. It was so good. I even told Paul about it. And he was like, you're so weird. I'm like, I'm weird as Jess with her pregnancy cravings. Do you remember when you told me go to Hungry Jack's and get the Hungry Jack's nuggets, but then make rice and then get chicken sweet and sour sauce from Macca's?
Yep. No, you go yeah, no, 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 you get the Hungry
Where's the other
Jack's sweet and sour sauce, make
Hungry
rice
Jack's
at
sweet and
home,
sour?
and get the
Yeah.
Macca's nuggets,
Yes.
and it is just like sweet and sour chicken from, like, a Chinese shop.
Yeah.
It's
I'll
so
never forget
good.
that. Yeah. Or adding McChicken sauce to your quarter pounder.
Oh my god, I used to do that, that was so good.
You told me to do that.
Yeah. No, you just gave me a memory, I remember. I used to do that all the time. I haven't had a quarter pounder in that long. Do you
Now
remember
you're
that
gonna go
time
scrounge $5
I
and get a quarter
I
pounder.
ordered you Macca's from here? I DoorDashed it
Yeah.
to you.
You DoorDash it. I think we've talked about that. Have we spoken about that in one of the episodes?
No,
Have we not?
no.
Oh,
Remember you were
I
having,
randomly
like,
get a muffin.
a sad day.
I was having a full-on meltdown because my editing list was just like it always is, as long as my arm, longer than my arm. And I was getting hammered that day and I just wasn't feeling it. I wasn't vibing. So
Yeah.
yeah, I get this random you messaged me. You're like, "Are you gonna be home in half an hour?" And I was like, "That's a fucking weird thing to say for someone that doesn't live in the same state." Yeah, I'm gonna be I get this knock at the door and this is, "Here, here's your Macca's." And I'm like, "I didn't order that." And he's like, "Is this Jess?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "This is yours." And then you're like, "Oh, look at your Macca's. Did you get my address?" And I was
Yeah,
like,
I think I like scrolled back to like maybe when I don't know when it was, but I scrolled back and I found your
Mm.
address and I knew your
You
order.
found me.
Have you tried the Big Arch?
No,
Me
I've
either.
been looking at
The
it.
Swiss cheese is turning me off.
I love Swiss cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love any cheese I
I
can
love
eat.
like
I can't eat
American cheese.
American burger cheese is pretty good.
Okay, we're getting off track here.
We're getting off track, but hey,
Welcome
this is
to
what makes up
vendor
our real.
therapy.
Welcome to vendor therapy. All right, let's dive into it before we continue to ramble.
Yes.
So I've got 2 topics because I kind of figured instead of just talking about a million topics at once, we're going to run out of stuff pretty quickly. So I kind of figured maybe we could elaborate a little bit more on our topics. So I've picked 2, which hopefully are going to yield enough content for us to still get at least
Also,
a
I
30
don't
minute
think we'll
episode.
ever run out of things to talk about
No,
or
probably not. We'll just talk
topics.
about, yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
actually
no.
reckon because everything just like keeps moving, keeps
Definitely.
changing. There's always something going on.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So I've got 2 questions. So my first question is, should you put your prices on your website? Go.
Okay, great question. I personally don't put them on my website. I have like a wedding part where it says a little bit about weddings and what my starting price is, but I don't put them on my website. And let me gather my thoughts. I think if you put them on your website, there's pros and cons. If you put them on your website, it's, easier for clients to come and see if that fits into
Mm,
their budget, and then they don't have to reach out and have a conversation and they can just move on to the next person. So it's easier to it saves you time, saves the client time
mm,
if if it doesn't suit budget wise. But I think there's a lot of negatives to it as well. Number one,
mm.
not that I have a huge like competitive community here. I think everyone here is very great and supportive of each other. But I think like if you have your prices on your website, another photographer, I don't know, in a hypothetical situation that, might not like you or is a bit competitive, might see that and then try to undercut you or, charge a
Yeah.
little bit less. And if they see what you're offering in your packages, they could also, kind of do the same thing or try and one up you. That's in like a competitive thing in a hypothetical situation, which I don't live in. But
Yeah. Lucky
I
you.
think
Come to
that
Brisbane.
as well. Also, I think checking my lighting, it's dark. I'll just deal with it. Also, I think if you have your prices on your website, then you can't open that conversation with clients that are inquiring.
Yeah.
If if they're not on your website, a client reaches out, they might give you a little bit more information about their wedding, or they might have a specific kind of package they want or something you might
Yeah.
be able to customize for them. And then it opens that conversation for what they want, what you can offer. If you have them already there, it can kind of close it off really quickly.
Yeah. No, 100%.
Did that make
100%.
sense?
That made sense. Yeah. So
I'm really dark now.
I know that
Hold on.
I'll just keep talking. I know that some photographers are super transparent with their prices. They have them up front and center, plain as day kind of thing. So for the most part, I have tried both methods, either having it there or not having it there. And I didn't notice too much of a difference. I kind of guess, I kind of am in the mindset that you, to a degree, want to attract your clients or repel your clients. So I see from the standpoint that if you have them up there, people are just going to jump on and be like, yeah, okay, I see the prices. That's kind of not in my budget. That's not for me. And off they go. But then I also see the flip side where, like you said, sometimes you want to open that dialogue. You want to talk to people and you want to sort of show them your worth, show them your value. And I also think that in a very heavily oversaturated market, when it comes to pricing, there's only so much you can do differently. There's only so many different products you can add. There's only so much coverage you can add. So really the only thing that sort of sets us apart is ourselves. I don't list my prices. I list my inclusions. I list what my prices start from. And I figure that kind of is enough to engage with people or enough for them to come and engage with me. So they can be like, can I get a more detailed price list? So
Mm.
I'll just sort of itemize basic things. And I do sometimes offer custom quotes as well. So I want people to be able to contact me and feel like I'm approachable. I don't want to ever be cold and completely just repel everyone away. So I'm happy for people to message me, but I'm also happy to put that enough information out there that if I'm really not in someone's budget, I guess it's kind of more the people that are sitting on the fence where it's like, yes, I can afford you, but why should I afford you? So I
Mm.
want to be able to have people to come through, like, yeah, okay, they fit in my budget and I'm going to have a chat to them. And I feel that that is then adding a little bit more value as well, that you're putting in that effort. So
Yeah.
you're all pixelated, but I just remember it doesn't matter. It's like, what's going on here? But yeah, I guess it kind of filters through the people who were thinking that photography is only going to cost $300 because I know that sometimes people just they don't know how much things are going to cost. So having a little bit of information there so that they can do a bit of a rough budget, I think helps them. And
Yeah.
you want to be able to solve problems and help your clients. And the more problems you can solve, the more helpful you are. I feel like then that makes you a little bit more appealing. So yeah, maybe like you said though, from a competitive standpoint, maybe not putting your whole pricing guide on there. I have a detailed pricing guide as well. So I'll have a little bit of information about what's included, but then I go in depth a little bit more with a pricing guide, which can show my personality a little bit more. And I will send that off to people once they email me.
Yeah. And also, you've put a lot of effort into that pricing guide and you don't want that to be ripped off.
Exactly. You don't want that to be ripped off. So yeah. I probably actually need to put mobile numbers on my form now that I think about that, my
That's a
contact
good
form.
idea.
Yeah, you know how you can set it on your website so that it has to be entered in? So people could just still email you. Yeah. So even if they just if they can't see it on your website, there's nothing stopping them from kind of fake emailing. But I mean, if someone wants to go to that extent, I really don't care. I'm not not putting my prices on my website so that other photographers can't see them. Like that's not
No, me either.
include my
Because I don't,
prices because
we
I
don't
really don't
have
care.
that
Like
kind no, we don't have that system here.
yeah, see you're lucky.
Like,
I
you're in a
yeah,
big city. I'm not. I'm in
I'm
a
in a very big
smaller
city
town.
and it is quite competitive. So it does get a bit overwhelming at times.
Yeah. But,
But
like, if
that's the
a
thing too,
photographer,
like you
yeah,
if everyone listed all their prices and everything, I can see how that would be totally overwhelming.
yeah,
If you're just going to website and you're just looking and going, "Oh my god, this person charges this, they charge this." That would be kind of confusing and overwhelming. So I want to be able to set myself apart and I want someone to email me so I can send my price guide so they go, "Oh, okay, cool. We're going to put that one in the pile."
mate.
So I guess it just depends on whether or not you want to save yourself time and
Mm,
list everything up there and then you don't have to worry about chatting to someone.
yeah,
But I'm not like that. I feel like in today's sort of economy and just people are a little bit skeptical as well, I find. So
mm,
I think it's important to build that little bit of trust up
yeah,
and to
same.
talk to
And,
people.
most people are booking for the photographer's work. They're not booking based on pricing. Like, I
Yeah.
know my clients, they've booked me, well, from what I know, based on my work and because they love my
Yeah.
work, not because of how
Yeah.
much I charge.
Yeah. No, absolutely. You definitely want not price shoppers. Nothing wrong with price shoppers, but I want people to book me because they love me for
Yeah,
my
for
work.
sure.
And yeah, not just because of the price. And I think my pricing's pretty reasonable too. Like I wouldn't say that I'm ridiculously high end with my pricing. I'm probably mid range, but more upper scale mid range, more towards that
Yeah,
bit more of a high end kind of vibe.
yeah. I feel like I'm pretty mid.
You're pretty mid. No, I think you're probably you're more higher end scale.
From what I know from soz, I'm gonna have to fucking fix this shit. I'm doing this the whole time. Don't worry. I only know how to shoot on manual and I can't manually change my ISO while I'm
Yeah,
sitting
no,
over
you're
here.
right.
I feel like I'm kind of mid. I think like the photographers that I'm around, from what I know, I think we all charge a similar price from what I know. But yeah, I think we're all kind of hanging around the same price point. The ones that
Mm.
I know anyway.
I think I charge a bit less than you, but I, again, oversaturated market.
Yeah, but you also shoot a whole lot more weddings than I do.
Yeah, that is true.
Like a whole
That is
lot more.
true. I also think, though, too, being upfront with your pricing, it kind of makes you look a little bit more confident and professional. Like you're not hiding anything. You know what you're worth.
Yeah, that's true as well.
But yes, for me, put a bit of a starting
There's,
price so
yeah.
people can work with a ballpark figure and yeah, maybe just show what you offer.
Mm. Yeah, there's pros and cons to both, but I think I'm going to stay with how I do it. I like building a connection with the potential client.
Yeah, me too.
Sending my stuff
Yeah.
over, having a conversation.
Absolutely. I want to know everything about your wedding day. I'm not just going to treat you like a number where I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. I'm available for that date. Give me your money. Like, I don't ever want that. So
Yeah.
I'm happy to have a chat. And I've chatted with heaps of people that at the end of the day, it also, I think, helps you figure out if you're a good fit or not.
Yeah, that's true.
Just because someone has the budget and they've got the money and they can pay you
Yeah.
doesn't mean that they're going to be the right fit for you at the end of the day. So I think, yeah, having that chat as well definitely helps, and talking about it and seeing where they're at with their wedding planning and what they want to do with their wedding.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Wouldn't it be sick to offer like a cheaper package, like $1,000 wedding coverage, but all you get is black and whites?
Yes, because I mean, you know how much I love doing a black and white film.
Yeah, but like that would be cool. I'd do that for sure.
I'd 100% do that. That could be like a budget friendly option. You see them in black
Yeah.
and white.
And you only get black and
Oh my
white.
God, I'm so adding this into my package. And I find too that that'd be kind of fun to maybe like dabble in actual proper film.
Yeah, because you can get the black and white film and then there's no other, like you
Proper black
can't
and
just
white
switch it to
film.
color.
Yeah.
But you'd have to have
Yeah.
it so there in your contract, like you are signing up for black and whites only. There is no possibility of having these in color.
Yeah, absolutely.
But then what if you got
Yeah.
like an amazing sunset and then like you edit it in color and then it's like, I want to post
Actually, do
it?
you know what? I just had a flashback. I did that, remember? I offered a whole black and white wedding.
Did ya?
Yeah, do you remember? And then I got the mother of a bride who had already booked a super high-end wedding photographer emailed me. And she was like, my daughter's getting married in like a month. And I'm thinking like, how does she not have a photographer?
Yeah.
Like the venue, I can't even remember where the venue was, but it was stunning. And I was thinking like, this is weird. And then she was like, oh, I'm pretty sure the other photographer would be totally okay with you shooting there. And I was like, hold up.
There's
No,
another
that's not
photographer.
how it works. There's not, and I can't remember the photographer's name, but I know I looked them up and they were phenomenal. And I was like, that makes more sense. Like she was a very attractive young lady and just very sort of alternative. And this photographer was very alternative. And I was like, there's no way that I'm doing that.
No.
And shooting someone's wedding on top of someone else. Like, yeah, it made sense when she said that she did have booking, everything booked. And I was like, well, of course she has. Like,
Yeah.
that just,
That's just,
there's no way it'd be a
that's
month out. And
strange.
it was very wild. So I deleted that. But no, I did try to sort of offer that. But I think I offered that for free because I was like, oh, I'd love to just shoot a whole wedding black and white. So it was going to be like 3 or 4 hours with the coverage, just photo. But yeah, I might maybe add that into my packages because I'd love to just shoot a whole wedding black and white.
That'd be cool. Hit me.
So look up the TikTok. So I saw it the other night. Wild. So it's a couple. It's their ceremony and they go in to do a dip. So they do the kiss and the dip, I'm pretty sure. And then they have yellow smoke bombs go off. But right as the yellow smoke bombs are going off, I'm pretty sure it's the bride's parents or it's someone's parents. They get up and they walk down the side of the aisle and block everything.
I feel like I've seen it, but I'm going to look it up. Yes, she is. I just seen it. Oh my God.
Oh, yeah?
This one?
Yes. Yeah.
What were they thinking?
I don't even know.
Oh my God. You'd want to hope it was your mum and not like your auntie. That is so bad.
Why are they even standing up? Why?
Well, it looks
It's
like
not
everyone's standing.
okay. Yeah, but why would you walk down that way? Why wouldn't you wait for them to exit? I just don't get it. Like,
That's so bad. I would be
the
mortified.
couple hasn't even exited yet. Like,
And they're
you
doing
wait
a
until they
dip.
walk.
The photographer would have been pissed.
I probably would have been up on an assault.
The
charge, to be
videographer
honest.
would have been pissed.
I probably would have smacked out old Aunt Edie.
Oh,
It would have been like a left, right, good night, an ankle tap, something. Get out of the way.
come on, guys. You're there for a wedding. Let them come down the aisle. Like, that's the best part.
Yeah.
Why are you getting ahead?
I don't get it. It makes no sense. Like, wait until they walk back down the aisle, then follow them through, give them their congratulations and their kisses and their hugs. Like, I just don't understand why there was even any sort of need to be standing. And to duck through, like, surely they would have seen the photographer and the videographer standing there. Like,
Or
you
the
would know
bride
that
and
you're in
groom.
someone's way. You would know that you're in someone's way.
Oh,
And you cannot redo that again. Oh, sorry, can we just reload those up and just send them back off? No.
like, it's bad enough that that happened, but they also had the yellow smoke bombs.
Exactly. You can't redo that. That's
Like
it.
that.
That's fucked.
That would have been epic.
I want to see the end result. I wonder if we can.
True. I wonder who the photographer was.
I wonder. Now I'm curious to see. I mean, AI is pretty good. So if they had kind of zoomed in, although I feel like that would have been a moment for a perfect wide shot.
If you're in photo, you got this. You can edit that out. If you're in video, I'm sorry.
Oh, No way. The only thing that probably would have saved them is if the videographer had 2 cameras set off to the sides
Yeah.
and but I mean, still, that whole shot is ruined.
Heartbreaking.
I feel so sad for them. Can you imagine how awkward that would be? You'd be like, "Well, thanks. You just fucked
And
that up."
they wouldn't have even known until after.
Yep. Can you imagine that?
They would have
Like,
thought,
"I'm
yes,
sorry."
we
Like, the
just got the
photographer would have
best.
probably had to have gone up and been like, "I'm so sorry." But
Hopefully they had a backup smoke bomb.
I hope so. I'm curious now. We need to go on a bit of a deep dive and find that end result because I'm very
Yeah, let's
curious.
find the photo. It's a good idea.
My next question for you, technicality versus creativity. Which matters more and why? Go.
When you say technicality, do you mean like your camera, like your settings, like your physical? What do you mean? Elaborate.
I guess so. Just, yeah, collectively, like a whole, the technicality side of it, like the composition, your lighting, your settings, all that kind of stuff.
What matters more?
That or creativity?
That's a hard one because it's like both. Like they both matter. I guess it depends on what style of photographer you are as well. If you're more of a
Mm,
creative photographer that, you can kind of do whatever with your settings and it
yeah,
doesn't matter,
exactly.
then it would be
I
that.
don't know
But
though. Would
I
you rather
think
be a technically perfect photographer with no soul or a wildly creative hot mess with questionable focus?
for me, if I was saying what's more important for me, it would be technicality. I'd have to go that than creativity because I'd rather, have my technical things right. Like I'm picturing like, how you set up your camera and take your photos at a wedding
Mm,
versus like there's no
mm.
technicality, there's only creativity.
Yeah. I don't know. For me, I prefer the hot mess route. I would much prefer to capture a photo that has more emotion than worry too much about the technical side of things. But obviously, I think once you've been shooting long enough, just shooting becomes second instinct.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So like for me, the way I've taken that question is having it technically right or just not
Mm,
having it technically right, but being creative. So I don't know
mm.
if I've taken the question wrong because I like to do both, obviously. I want to have it right and I like to get creative.
Yeah, no, I agree. So for me, I feel like technicality to a client doesn't really matter. They don't know what 1.4 is.
True.
They don't get what dynamic range in a histogram is. So I kind of feel like as a professional photographer, shooting should just be second nature. I know for me, I don't even have to look really at my camera. I just know, I just don't even know how to explain
It's
it. I
like
just know
driving a car. You
how to
just
use
know
it.
how to do it.
You just know. So I feel like for me, I sort of lean more towards the creativity. So if I am going to potentially run the risk of overexposing or underexposing to get that shot, that emotive shot, I'm going to do that. Like, I would much rather do that. And it's not necessarily a case of, oh, just fix it in post. No, it's not that. It's just that some moments you don't have that time to stop and check your histogram and make sure everything is completely, you know, right from a technical
Yeah.
point of view.
No, I agree with that.
So I would much prefer to capture the moment and then fix it if I have to rather than missing it.
Yeah, I think I'm the
Because I'm
same.
trying to sit there and chimp on my phone and dial in my f-stop and make sure my ISO is right.
No, I think I'm the same. I can take, underexposing or overexposing. That to me is fine. But my shutter and my aperture, I'm pretty pedantic about those two things. But when it comes to
Yeah.
like being slightly underexposed or slightly overexposed for photo, then who cares if you've got you know, if you get in the shot, you get in the shot.
Yeah. I remember I did a workshop years ago, like years and years ago, and it was more like a bridal workshop. So we had models and everything, and we're at this really cool little spot. And there was a photographer there. He had so much gear. He was so knowledgeable. He would literally set his models up. He would look at them. He would take one photo and then that was it. So he had to make sure
What?
everything was so fucking technical. And I remember just thinking like, damn, that's boring. Like we were all out here running around having fun
Yeah.
and you kind of, I mean, if you want to be like that, that's absolutely fine. But for me personally, I feel like you're kind of missing out on being in the moment when you're
Yeah, no,
focusing.
I'm definitely not like that. I'm way more in the
Yeah.
moment. Like I'd rather,
Yeah.
run around and make my
Mm,
couples do fun things and just shoot, shoot,
yeah.
shoot, shoot, shoot. And we're getting what's in the
Yeah.
moment. We're not fully
Yeah.
properly like posing specific shots. Like we do that
Yeah.
as well, but the playful,
Yeah.
authentic, creative stuff,
Yeah.
it's all about
I guess that's the
movement.
difference. Yeah. Like your storytelling.
Yeah.
And you're documenting. So,
And you're
yeah, I
getting
kind
it
of
like
feel
as
like
authentically as you can for that couple.
Mhm.
Like that's how they would do that, that kind of prompt.
Yeah.
Like if you're telling them to go and, I don't know, do something, that's the way that
Yeah.
they're doing it. You're not kind of, seeing what's on Instagram and recreating the exact same thing to a technical
Yeah.
standpoint.
Yeah. And I think that brings us back to Pinterest. Like a lot of those photos that people send through, you can't replicate them because they are shot in the moment.
Yeah.
So it's so hard to replicate things.
Yeah.
But but I'm definitely more a creative photographer.
Same. Me too. I like to be
Yeah.
creative, and every wedding I
Yeah.
go to, the next wedding, like I'm more motivated to be more creative,
Mm.
try something else this next
Yeah.
wedding. Like I
Yeah.
don't think I have it in me to ever be stock standard. Like this is my hit
No.
list. This is what I've got to get,
Mm.
and I'm happy. I'll get my hit list, but in between all of that, I'm being
Yeah.
creative, trying new things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. Get the core of what you need and then just kind of let the day organically happen and then just catch it authentically as it happens.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not going to get stressed out if my composition is like a bit off or my ISO is a little bit high. I know that I sometimes shoot with a slightly higher ISO, but that's deliberate so that if I do need to take like capture something really quickly, I can because
Yeah,
my
if
shutter speed.
lighting changes, if
With
you're
your
going
shutter
from
speed, yeah,
like indoors to
exactly,
outdoors. So say you're in a church and you've got your ISO up a lot and then you're
yeah,
coming straight out into the bright light, your
mm,
ISO is going to be off the charts and you're probably not going to be able to redeem yourself with that one. So
yeah.
technicality when it comes to things like that, very,
Oh
very
yeah,
important.
absolutely. But I also think that's experience too.
Yeah,
Like
experience. You know exactly what you need to do as soon
you
as you get.
know, and yeah, exactly. You're reading that room, so you know that you're about to go from dark light to fucking hell as soon as you step out that door.
Fucking hell.
Oh, fucking hell! It's like Terminator, where like all the fire just blasts in their face.
It's like that.
Facts.
Facts.
It's like that, y'all. But yeah, so I know my gear to the point where I wouldn't even have to look at it and I shoot manual mode. And I just know, I know how to read the light. I think knowing your lighting is a big thing that helps obviously with your technicality
Yeah.
if you know what you're
That's
doing.
like the number one thing
But
you
yeah.
need to know is your light. That's the first thing you need to learn about using a camera, your light. Okay, I've got a little bit of a would you rather edition
Oh, okay.
for you.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, the first one is would you rather have all the
Mm.
presets you've ever owned in one folder? They've all been renamed the exact same thing, and you've got to go through each one by one to find your preset, your custom preset. Or
Mm.
would you rather lose all of your presets completely? You can't rebuy any of them, and you've got to recreate your exact editing style from scratch with no references whatsoever.
I'd rather filter through.
I'd rather filter through too.
I would so much rather filter through because then I can just delete the shit ones that I don't want after.
Yeah, it would take a long time. Like, how many presets have you brought over your years?
Oh my God. This is showing my age. So I've been shooting forever. I was back when Visco, do you even know what Visco is? VSCO?
Yeah.
It's like but like before it become a filter and everything on Instagram and whatnot and like Visco Cam, they released, it was like 2012 when hipsters were kind of in. So this is part of my rapid fire here. But yeah, so I had all of their presets and that was thousands. Like, well, probably not thousands, hundreds. But collectively, I remember backing up a whole bunch and I think I had nearly 3,000
Yeah, it's been a lot.
or like presets. A lot. So yeah,
There's a lot
from
of trial and
2012 was when
error.
I it's a lot of trial and error. So 2012 was when I kind of bought my first lot of presets when presets become a thing because Visco dropped them and they were kind of like the it thing. So I bought like every single pack they owned. Pretty sure I have all of the small ones as well.
Yeah.
And there was quite a few in there, just little bits and pieces that I picked up along the way. And then obviously ones that I have adjusted and then used.
Mm.
So yeah, collectively I had thousands. I can safely say that I now use two, a color conversion and my black and white.
Yeah.
Actually
Same.
three, I tell a lie, three, because my wedding edit is different to my portrait edit. So
Yeah.
I have three, portrait, wedding, black and white, which my black and white is the same for portraits or weddings, but yeah, slightly different edit.
Slay. We love that. Okay, my next one. Would you rather spend 10 hours editing a wedding gallery on Lightroom and it crashes and you lose everything? There's no backup catalog, there's no after shoot, you've got nothing. You've got to start from scratch all over again. Or
Mm.
have a wedding client stand over your shoulder, critiquing and giving you tips on your editing for 30 minutes.
Lose my wedding. 100% I will gladly start that shit if I don't have someone hanging over my shoulder.
That's so funny.
Oh, no, I couldn't do it.
I have a
couldn't do
story
it. That 30
about,
minutes would feel like 10 fucking hours.
yeah, I have a story about a client coming to my house and editing her photos.
No?
Have I told you?
Yes. No.
When I first started
No,
photography,
I'm pretty sure you haven't told me this.
I was in my yes man era, okay? I was saying yes to everything. I was like, okay, yes to every opportunity. And anyway, I had this inquiry about doing this specific type of shoot. And I was like, oh my God, that sounds amazing, creative, up my alley. So we did it and it was really, really cool. It was kind of more of a collaborative shoot. So when she reached out to me, it was for me to do the photos, also, for me to get creative and have some more experience, more for my portfolio. And also she needed the photos for something in return without going into too much detail. And anyway, we did it. It was amazing. Loved it. I wish I could find the photos because they were actually really cool. And then I don't know how this came about, but we were messaging and she said, can I come over and have a look at the photos? And me just being a people pleaser, I said, yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah, sure.
And she came over and I thought, collabing on this anyway. So yeah, come over. So she came over and, I was sitting down, going through the photos, editing and stuff. And then she was like, oh, can we change this, change that? And then she ended up sitting down in my seat and editing the photos.
God.
And I'm not lying. No word of a lie. This is a true story.
Was this person a photographer?
No.
Oh, I'd been like,
No.
the fuck away.
Yeah,
no,
so that
no
actually
way.
happened to me. And after that, I was like, I'm not being a guest man anymore. It was fine.
I would
and
have
I agreed to
hands.
it. But
That's so rude.
it was fine. I agreed to it, but I don't think I knew the extent of what was happening.
There's a difference between looking at your photos and then coming and then editing all your photos.
Yeah.
There is a big fucking difference in between those two situations.
Yeah. So that happened.
I would be pissed. So pissed.
Yeah. It was an eye-opening moment.
Learning experience.
A learning
sometimes
experience.
That's what you can
That's
kind of
right.
chalk it up to it's a learning experience and now you know not to do it. But that's wild to me that someone would actually be that audacious that they
I know,
would come.
I thought about it the other day because I was thinking about stuff that we're going to talk about. And I thought about it and I was like, is that really a memory of mine? Did that actually happen? When something is so wild, it's like, did I make that up? No, it actually happened.
Yeah. The audacity. But yeah, that's some next level. Just the fact that people think that is okay and then they actually do it.
Yeah.
So what are you doing? Yeah. Oh, God. But no, so did that change your answer? Would you rather lose a wedding and start again?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'd lose my wedding and start
100%.
again. I'm a fast worker.
Yeah. All right, so rapid fire. Question 1, what do you think will be the next wedding trend?
You go first because I need to think about that.
So for me, and I've had this happen quite a few weddings, private vows. People are sort of opting to not have their vows in front. They say obviously the legal vows, but then they have
Private ones.
vows and they read them just together. I think that one's catching on, which I love. I think that's beautiful.
Yeah.
I kind of prefer it over a first look. First look.
I love them.
No, it kind of throws the timeline out. I don't like it. I think that's becoming a bit more of a trend.
Yeah.
Intentional guest lists.
Yeah.
I find that since COVID, a lot more people, weddings, for me, they aren't as big.
Yeah.
And I find they are more just aunties, uncles, all the immediate family with a couple of really good family friends that people have gone to school with.
Mhm.
But having said that, I still also get some people when they go up and say congratulations. Oh, hi, it's so lovely to meet you. That blows my mind. How do you go to a wedding if you haven't met someone?
Yeah, no.
I would feel so awkward. Chances are if you haven't met the bride and the groom, then you don't know anyone at that wedding apart from the plus one that you've come with.
No.
So you're literally just sitting in a room full of strangers eating a free meal. I can go to Macca's and do that.
Yeah. Legit. I think
that's
the
mind-blowing.
next wedding trend, which I've seen a bit now, and I think it's going to stick and probably get more so on that path, is people shooting with camcorders, the camcorder weddings.
Yeah.
I love the camcorder weddings. I actually seen this girl on TikTok and she has camcorder packages. So she is I don't know if she's a videographer, but she will send the couple a package with a camcorder, a spare battery, charger, blah, 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 some instructions on how to use it, and a shot list of what to get for that day. She'll send it to their couples. Yeah. They will shoot the whole wedding or guests and stuff, and then they'll send it back to her and she will edit it and put it into a film. I fucking love that idea. And I think
that is a sick idea.
How sick is that? I think it's going to steer more in the direction of like that home video vibes for weddings. Yeah. Because I do it I do love it. If I see like Super 8 weddings, love that.
I love Super 8 weddings.
I would love to shoot weddings like that, but that is hella expensive.
Oh my God, yes.
But
I bought a Super 8 camera, but I've yet to shoot a wedding on it.
Yeah. It's just,
because the conversion from film to digital is just like
and the cost ridiculous. Of getting film, and you get like what, 3 minutes?
I think 90 minutes, 3 minutes.
I think it depends on what film you get, actually.
Yeah.
But I think it's probably
90 minutes. That's ringing a bell.
More going to go towards that side of home videos. So it may not affect. You're in the video. No, we're nearly done. We're doing the end. How can I help? Babe, we're in the middle of
a what?
A rapid fire.
About what?
Weddings.
Questions.
Oh, really?
Yeah, actually.
Okay. I haven't dyed my hair in a while. Babe, quick. Quick, I've got to finish my topic before I lose it. No, it's because I haven't dyed my hair. It's not fucking ginger.
Ginger? How come we haven't shaved your hair yet, Dylan?
No, I could say it.
Dylan, why haven't you shaved your head yet?
Because he dyed it instead.
Ginger.
That's just light brown, you psychopath.
That's ginger.
No. Anyway, honey, I've got to finish what I'm doing.
That's ginger, bro.
Anyway, we'll wait for him to exit the building. My love to exit the building.
Off you go, Elvis.
Yeah. So I think that weddings are going to go more in the direction that they already kind of are, more like the home video style, camcorders, guests passing it around and them having their home video, which might hurt videographers, but I don't think it will because there's a different...
If anything, it'll probably hurt content creators.
No, I don't reckon it will because they're all so different. So maybe we're actually just adding more content to the content. We might be just adding another one.
How much content do we need for a wedding? How much content do we need for a wedding, though?
Yeah. But honestly, I love the idea of the camcorder.
If you had all of that, that's a lot of content. But I do love the idea. Imagine this. Picture this. Super cheap package, budget friendly, all black and white, and you get camcorder footage.
And we'll do it.
Yes.
We'll do it together. I'll be on the camcorder. I love my camcorder. When I get married, I'm definitely going to be hitting up that camcorder. When I get married, I'm definitely going to be hitting up.
Just went cross-eyed then.
Am I okay?
Where's your carer?
All right, I'm restarting that.
That's a real. You went so cross-eyed. It was fucking funny.
Cross-eyed? When I get married, I'm going to be hitting up that camcorder footage. I'm going to be passing around the camcorder for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I'm loving that. All right. What wedding trend do you miss the most?
What wedding trend do I miss the most?
I miss hipsters.
Hipsters?
I love hipster weddings.
Oh, like the boho weddings?
I think though hipster was a bit more of a lifestyle, not necessarily a theme or a trend. What? Did I go cross-eyed?
No, because you're like, what wedding trend do you miss the most? And then you're like, I think hipsters was more of a lifestyle.
I know, but now I'm thinking about it. But I think it was a trend, but like then it become a lifestyle. Like there was like the hipster movement and then everyone's weddings were like hipster weddings. And then I think some people just really stayed in that kind of era in their hipster moment. So I miss the hipsters.
You miss the hipsters.
I don't think they ever took off in America, hipster weddings.
Really? I don't think I have a wedding. There's no wedding trend that I can think of that I miss. There's nothing that's like stuck to me that is gone now that I wish would come back. I can't think of anything.
It's because you're 2. I'm like 80. You're like 2. So I've lived a bit. I've seen a few trends in my days.
You've lived.
I've lived. All right. DIY weddings, love or loathe?
Love. I'm all for that.
Loathe.
What? You psycho? I love a DIY.
I think it depends on your motive. Are you DIYing because you genuinely are creative and love to make things, or are you being DIY because you're being frugal as fuck?
I think there's a bit of both to it. For me, if I was to get married, I keep saying if I was to, when I get married, I think I'll probably DIY some things. I don't know exactly what, But I love a good DIY.
You're creative though. Like I have seen some really amazing, beautiful DIY weddings, and you can tell that those people are just super creative and they've done it because they love to make things. But then, yeah, sometimes it doesn't get pulled off in the right way. It just doesn't look great. I don't know. I'm probably going to get crucified for that, but
Yeah, I'm crucifying you.
I think you got to be careful with the DIY vibe. I think I'm just so
And it could as
cautiously.
well, if you do try to DIY too much, you could be stressing yourself the fuck out as well.
Yeah. Like if you're cutting corners, that's when stuff is not going to be a nice cohesive vibe and end result, I feel. So be smart when you're DIYing is probably more my take with it.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people can do really good DIYs these days because you have things like the Cricut machine. You can make your own little signs. There's a lot you can do these days. I love a good Shein order for a wedding.
Oh my God.
I love a good Shein order for a wedding. The stuff that I've seen some brides have, even shoes, even veils from Shein,
do you know what?
are
Some of my
phenomenal.
most favorite shoes are from Temu.
Yours?
Not mine personally, but some weddings that I've shot recently have had like the most amazing shoes. And when I ask, where are these from? Because they don't have like a brand or anything in them. And they're like, oh, Temu. I'm like, get out.
Yeah.
But
there
like,
was one of
legit.
my brides. She had the most beautiful shoes. I still love them to this day. Like they would be my ideal shoes. Shein. And I was like, what? Shein? They were so good.
Yeah.
And good quality too.
Yeah. I think some of the nicest bridesmaids dresses that I've shot lately have actually also been from Shein.
You can get a lot of good stuff for your wedding. It's the little things like little sign pieces or I don't know, people do like little love heart bubbles. Have you seen those? Like the white ones?
The love heart bubbles. Yeah, they're cute.
Or yeah, just like little bits and pieces, fake candles, stuff like that. Vases, glasses. You can get so much good stuff.
Yeah. All your filler stuff. Absolutely.
Yeah, or like the little things that would otherwise cost you a lot of money. I'm all for a bit of a DIY and doing things, the things that don't matter as much, doing them a bit cheaper.
If we're making good choices when we're doing it.
Yeah, just like, see, I would rather spend more money on a photographer that is going to capture everything looking stunning than spend more money on the stunning stuff, but less money on a photographer that won't capture it in its glory.
But that's where I feel like there's that line you've got to be careful. Like you don't want to be DIYing and have it look cheap and crap.
But a good photographer, it's not going to look cheap and crap. She just ain't.
I don't know, dude. You can only polish a shit so much. How does that saying go?
You can only polish it. You can't polish a turd.
You can only polish a turd so much before you get shit on your hands.
Whoa.
You can only polish a turd so much before you get shit on your hands.
Yeah. Well,
yes.
I don't know. I haven't come into the situation where someone has done something DIY terribly or has brought, I don't know, something that looks cheap and tacky and photographed it and it's looked cheap and tacky. I haven't come into that situation. So you've probably got more of a experience on that than I do. All right. I want you to give me a song that you can't stand to hear at a wedding.
1,000 Years, Christina Perri from fucking Twilight.
From Twilight?
I love Twilight, but fucking do not love that song.
What song is that?
Are you kidding?
1,000 Years?
Christina Perri, 1,000 Years.
Oh, this song. Yep.
Cannot even.
Oh, my Lord.
I've heard it for 1,000 fucking times. I'm just not here for it anymore.
You've heard it for 1,000 years. Too long. Alrighty, shall we wrap this up? Another episode done, guys.
Well, thanks for joining us. It's another episode done. I feel like also, I wanted to say too, we also have an email address that I'm going to be popping down in the link somewhere. And if you are a vendor and you have a story and you would like us to read it out and talk about it, obviously names are not disclosed, drop us an email. Yeah. I feel like that could be something cool.
That's a great idea.
Anything.
That'd be cool.
Not just photographers, like florists.
We've only got so many stories of ours to tell. Let's tell someone else's that maybe you don't want to go out and say it, but you want it out there.
That you don't want to say, but you're happy for us to sort of, to read it. So I'll put that email somewhere. So
yeah, love that. Great idea.
We'd love to hear from you. But in the meantime, like, follow, subscribe.
Shop share.
Subscribe?
Shop share.
Shop share.
Shop share.
Shop share. But we'll be releasing our podcast as well. So that'll be dropping soon. So you can listen to us in your car.
That'll be out before they listen to this episode.
That will be too. Okay.
So go listen to our podcast as well. It is the same
listen
video
to
you
our
just watched, but
podcast.
podcast version. So you don't need to sit there on
you
YouTube.
can just listen to us in your car.
Yeah. Okay, fam. Bye, fam.
All right. Bye.
Bye. I'm going to walk out like I do every time.
And she's gone.
Bye, fam.